Well, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Jamie McCracken. Really appreciate you checking out the video. Over the next 4 days, I'm here in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in the state of Tennessee. Although this hike that I'm doing is actually started in the North Carolina part of the Great Smokies. And over the next 4 days, I'm doing a trail called the Deep Creek Trail to Clingmans Dome Loop. It's about a 35 to 40 mile trek that we'll be doing. I have 3 different campsites for the next 3 nights, and then of course on the 4th day we will hike back out and finish off the loop. But really excited. It's a gorgeous fall day. It's November 1st, 2023. It is peak prime time here in the Smokies. The leaves are just beautiful, and I'm excited to be backpacking again. Hope you guys enjoy this adventure. All right, got some fresh bear sap. So you probably noticed in the intro, I do have my bear spray on my carabiner, so I'm ready to go. Obviously, this is probably the most prevalent place in America for black bears, and I think it's like 1,900 black bears, so it's like 2 black bears per square mile. There's a lot of them here. Obviously, they're very rare to attack humans. They are mostly plant and berry eaters, but I am prepared, and we got our first stream crossing, by the way, right here. Oh, not too bad. All right, I've made it to campsite 59. You can barely see the 59, and it's over here to the left. And what's interesting is, when I was planning this hike, I did not know that this backcountry site, number 59, was named McCracken Branch, just like my last name. So I probably would have stayed here, but nonetheless, we've got a couple more campsites to go before we get to campsite 56. But this is McCracken Branch. The trail continues straight, but over here is the campsite. I've made it to my backcountry campsite, number 56. This is called the Burnt Spruce. It's a very large campsite, just like the others, really. And haven't seen anybody camping today, so looks like I'm gonna be the only one out here tonight. But I do wanna go over the stats because it is now 4:30 that I made it here, and let's see how many miles I did. Okay, I did 7.9 miles, so just under 8 miles. I gained an elevation of 1,273 feet, and I've been hiking for 3 hours and 10 minutes. So did a really good job. I drove, of course, all the way to the Great Smoky Mountains from Nashville, which is where I live. So it took me about half the day to get here. It's about a 4.5 hour drive to get here. And of course the time change, you know, I lose an hour by coming over here in the Eastern time zone. But I knew I wanted to get to my campsite before dark and go accomplish. So I'm gonna set up my tent gonna go down to the water as well, check that out, because there's also like a nice little spot down there if I want to pitch the tent, but I think I'm gonna have it up here and maybe probably eat my food down by the water tonight, away from my campsite. And yeah, I've kind of scouted it out a little bit. No bear scat that I can tell, and just some roots I need to be aware of, so I'm not sure where I'm gonna set up, but I'll catch you back up later once the tent is set up. All right, before I set up my tent, this is upper camp where I just showed you. But I gotta make my way down here to lower camp to show you guys this, because it is right along the water. I've got this whole entire site to myself, backcountry site number 56. Unbelievable, right along the water. This is awesome. I've got the bear can over there. Probably gonna have my dinner down here tonight. Oh, I'm really hoping I get some really good sleep tonight because of this. Awesome. Okay, I'm all set up. I just got to put the rain fly on it. It is good weather, but it will give me an extra protection of just insulation. So got the Nemo pillow, my pillows all set up, nice and cozy for tonight. Looking forward to sleeping. Now I'm gonna put the rain fly on just for an extra layer of insulation here. It's gonna get down to about 29 degrees tonight, so definitely want to be warm. Got her all set up. Got the ground sheet underneath. Got the rain fly on, and should be pretty insulated in there tonight. And in case you were wondering, I did bring like an extra pair of like sweatpants, basically, some gloves, a toboggan or a beanie, whichever you want to call it. And so I should be pretty toasty. I also have like an insulated layer with me. I don't even have it on right now, and I'm feeling pretty good, but I think it's going to get a little bit colder. As soon as that sun went down, I was like, oh no, I feel it in my hands and everything. So definitely going to sleep with my electronics in my sleeping bag tonight, so everything will stay warm and toasty and everything, including my water filter, because I know those can get frozen as well. But first I'm going to have dinner, and then I'm going to explain kind of what the plan is tomorrow, because it is a big day tomorrow. It's 7:30 p.m. I'm in my tent, had a wonderful dinner. Yes, I did get the stove to work. I know how to work it. It already did work fine. I just didn't know how to work it properly. But this trip, doing a really good job, and had the fire, had the kettle, my titanium pot, and I cooked a Tuscan stew from a company called Fire Pot, and they make these really good dehydrated meals. I mean, they're really good because I only tried one, and it was really, really good. But it had potatoes, leeks, celery, olive oil, tomatoes, cannellini beans for the protein. And if you were wondering, that whole pack is 2 servings. They qualified it that as 2 servings, and it's just under 800 calories. I'm not counting calories, but in case people out there that you guys are watching, you were wondering about that. But just a really nutritious meal. Absolutely no fake dextrin, whatever, fake ingredient, excuse me. So just real food, and it was really good. They're based out of England, and it's the first time I tried them, and I loved it. So, big day tomorrow. Calling it a night early, hopefully going to get some wonderful sleep. I'm not sleeping by the water. You can hear it from up here, but I'm on the higher camp. The lower camp, I decided it was just going to be a little bit cooler down there, obviously with the water, and left my bear can down there and all that, so I don't even have to worry about that. But yeah, big day tomorrow. I think we're doing, I forget, I think it's like 15, 16 mile day. We're going to go up the Clingmans Dome. I think that's like an 11-mile trek from here, and then my actual campsite, and I forget the number right now, but I'll tell you the campsite, tomorrow when we get there, is off of the trail that I'm actually doing, the loop trail that I'm doing. So it's off trail on like a different trail. So we're going to spend the night there and then hike back up to Clingmans Dome on day 3 and then back on the loop, and we'll camp out one more night. So that's the itinerary. We did just under 8 miles today, as I mentioned earlier. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good morning. I have my gloves on. The sun is starting to come up. You probably can't tell. I got my headlamp on. But the moon's right there. The sun's coming up over there. I can even see some light down in here. I know you can't see anything. Breaking down the tent. Getting an early start on the day at 6:30 a.m. The sun is out. All right, good morning guys. Day 2 here in the Smokies doing the Deep Creek to Clingmans Dome loop trail, and had a great night's sleep for the most part. I would say I had 2 or 3 sessions of deep sleep, which was really nice. But you know, when you go to bed so early, it's pretty hard to get that long deep sleep that you're used to. The body clock's a little off, but feeling energized. I've hiked, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles already, and the reason why you haven't heard from me yet is because my fingers have been pretty numb until the sun came out. It was pretty chilly last night. My tent did get some frost in it and on the bars and stuff, but it was really cozy, to be honest. The sleeping bag did really well, and yeah, I started hiking before the sun came up this morning. I got everything tore down in the dark, and been hiking this morning, and now just want to check in with you guys. I'm up here on the ridge, so making my way up to Clingmans Dome. I think that is it right there. And yeah, so there's no longer any more creek, I don't believe anyways, until we make our way back down on the other side on the loop. So really hope you guys have been enjoying the views this morning. It's really beautiful out here now, much more warmer, and yeah, excited to get up to Clingmans Dome and continue hiking. We've got about 5 miles to go. Stopping for a snack before I make the big climb. I got another Think jerky beef stick. I got this little honey stinger energy gel. Should be good. And we got a lot more climbing to do. I am pretty high up now in the pines here in the Smokies. I think I have about 1.5 miles to 2 miles to go. I've just done nothing but climb today, but beautiful, beautiful views. I knew this was gonna be a rough one. Well, I am smiling because there are cars and humans. I've been basically 2 days isolation. So this is awesome. I'm about to hop on the Appalachian Trail now, head over to Clingmans Dome. This is Mount Collins, I believe, that I'm on right now. So, man, I've climbed over 4,100 feet today. Just nonstop. My stomach is growling. It wants food. Cannot wait to just have a massive lunch. I may eat 2 backpacker meals and my little oatmeal bags that I put collagen and almonds in. I'm ready to chow down here. Up here on Mount Collins, and we got 3.5 miles to go to Clingmans Dome. Actually, Mount Collins is a little bit further up, but we're basically on the top. So, on the Appalachian Trail, love it. Look at this view. That is the best view I have seen yet. Great Smoky Mountains. Wow. Okay, at 6,300 feet, there is snow on the ground up here. still on the Appalachian Trail, and it's taking forever to get to Clingmans today, but feeling good. Kinda. I'm just really hungry. I'm ready to eat. I'm gonna eat like I don't even know, 2 backpacker meals and so much more probably. I think I got like a mile to go. But there is snow on the ground here on November 2nd, 2023 at 6,200 feet elevation here in the Smokies and on the Appalachian Trail. I've almost made it down to my campsite for the night called Steel Trap, and look at this waterfall. Holy cow. That's awesome. All right, almost there. All right, campsite 68. This is Steel Trap down here by the waterfall. Another waterfall different from what we just saw. It's gonna be epic. The sun is setting. Made it down here on time. Woo! So this behind me is camp for night number 2, and it doesn't get any better than this. I mean, just a raging waterfall right down into the valley. The sun is setting. Beautiful. And in case you're wondering, this is backcountry site number 68 here in the Great Smoky Mountains, and it's called Steel Trap. And really, this is the only backcountry site within 4 or 5 miles of anything. So I did want to go over the stats today because it's kind of absurd. So of course we did 8 miles yesterday. Today we are up to 26 miles. So obviously you do the math, and that comes out to what, like a 14, no, more than that, a 16-mile day or 18-mile day. Goodness, I can't even get my math right. But yeah, 26 miles on the trip, 18 miles today. It's been a long one. I'm excited to eat a hot dinner after I had my snack up at the Clingmans Dome, but man, this just doesn't get any better. I'm excited to set up my tent, excited to eat dinner and chill for the night and hopefully get some really good sleep before day number 3 out here in the backcountry. Got the Nemo all set up for the night, air mattress blown up, Nemo pillow blown up, and got the sleeping bag in there. It only took me 29 minutes, so I'm getting quicker at this, but very excited. Now it is time to eat, but very happy with the setup tonight and this campsite. Okay, it is 8:15 p.m. I am in my tent, in my sleeping bag. I've got the Long John underwear on. I got a fresh new pair of darn tough socks on, so I'm really toasty and cozy downstairs. See how that works out for me tonight, because there were times where I woke up last night and I'm like shivering my legs. So it's nice to be right by the water. I did have a good dinner. I had the Thai curry from, I forget the brand already, but I'm showing the B-roll right now so you can see it. It was really good. Had all kinds of stuff in it. The jasmine rice, the coconut milk. It came in like a powder form that you dump in there. So that company is based out of Maine, and all real ingredients again. It was really good. Definitely would try it again. And that's going to be it for day 2. I will see you in the morning for day 3. Good night. Okay, good morning. Day 3 is here. I have packed up my campsite and now just going to organize my pack and head up the trail. The sun will be coming out over there. The moon is still out. Still see the stars. I don't know if I shut off my light, then I'm not going to see it. But really great night's sleep. Freaking the best. Right along the water. You're not going to be able to see me, but I'm going to pack up the pack and get to hiking here at 7 in the morning. An official good morning. I have made it up and out of campsite number 68 called Steel Trap. Had a great night's sleep. Really just bonked out. I was exhausted yesterday, but made my way up and out about 3 miles of straight up just elevation, and now we're on top of Clingmans Dome again. Not as many cars today. There's a lot here in the front, but over there and stuff, there's not as many. That's because we were here nice and early in the morning. It's only 9:30 a.m., so it took me about an hour and a half to do those 3 miles of uphill to get back over here to Clingmans Dome. And now I'm going to eat some food, and then we're going to continue on the loop. It has been a great trip. I've had a lot of fun. The weather's been awesome. My lips are very chapped, though. Need to get some chapstick on, so. All right, that's it for now. Very early lunch. I'm having a bag of Cuban black beans that were simmered with onions, bell peppers, and spices. And yes, I'm just eating them cold because I do not want to heat up the pot right now or do any of that. So this is a brand called A Dozen Cousins. Got it at REI. It's pretty tasty. I've already had some. Had a great early lunch up at Clingmans Dome, and now I am just walking along the access road to continue the loop. I'm going to be taking the Nolan Divide down the mountains, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm highly considering just doing a full send and finishing out today, finishing out like a day early. Obviously we do have Camp Apparition, I think, is the backcountry site that I have reserved tonight. So it's about halfway down the mountain, but it's only 11 a.m. and I think I can finish this thing up before dark. I did charge my headlamp up there, so I will have that if we need some night hiking, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that yet or not. It should be pretty easy hiking because it's all downhill. But we'll see, you know. I'm just really enjoying it. It's when you're solo, there's a lot of cars coming by. When you're solo and you're just isolated, you know, all you really have to do is to hike. So, you know, with the exception of maybe a half hour to an hour break, that's all I'm gonna be doing. So I'm thinking to truly send this thing all the way down on the Nolan Divide to finish out the loop, but we'll see. I'll show you the views along the way. All right, from here on out, do not judge my hair, by the way, in these shots. I took the beanie off. It's a little warm today, so yeah, I want to keep the head cool, and please don't judge the hair, okay? I've been out in the woods for the last 3 days, so that's what you get. Okay, I made it to the trail junction, and right here you'll see Pole Road Creek Trail, which will take you down to the Deep Creek Trail, which is how I came up. And if you remember, of course, I started down here, came up, and the other day, right here, if you can see this, that's where I got off trail, and that's where this trail right here, I could connect it and go back around that way. But the planned route for today was, it was going to be to go down here. And I do have a backcountry campsite. It's called Apparition campsite. And it is, let's see here, it is backcountry campsite, I think number 50, no, it's 60, 62. Yeah, Apparition campsite number 62. But that's probably another 4 or 5 miles. Meanwhile, I could go this way, and Deep Creek Campground is 7.9, so less than 8 miles. So even though the plan route is that way, I think I'm gonna do it. I have, I think, enough time. It's 12:30, and I mean, if I'm moving 2 miles per hour, that's basically 4 hours would get me there. So I'd be back by 4:30 or 5. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish up a day early, and man, it's been a lot of fun. It's kind of hard to make this decision, but yeah, really, really cool. All right, let's book it. The Deep Creek Campground. It's go home day, I guess. All right, here we go. Maybe next time. 7.9, the Deep Creek Campground. Let's do this. This is not an exaggeration when I say this. I've been out here for 3 days in the backcountry, and with the exception of Clingmans Dome, where, you know, there's probably a couple hundred people up there, I've only seen one dude, one human in general, on these backcountry trails here in the Smokies. So, and that was my very first day. That was like 4 or 5 miles in. I was almost at camp, and that guy was just doing like a day hike. But I've seen nobody else. I have met a couple of backpackers that were doing a totally different backpacking loop up at the gift shop center at Clingmans Dome. But that's really it. I mean, I've just kind of been solo out here rolling. It's been a lot of fun, but it's also been motivating to just crank out miles. And I think that's one reason why I'm like, yeah, I could have gotten to camp early tonight, like 2 or 3 o'clock. But, you know, I don't know. When you're out by yourself, there's not much else to do but plow through miles. And so I'm just really enjoying the views. I mean, I have Smoky Mountain views everywhere, and just out here by myself. I've loved it. I definitely had an emotional breakdown yesterday a little bit. Just missing my fiance Lala, and just excited. Hopefully she'll be able to do this soon with me. She wants to do the next one, so I got invited to a backpacking trip also this weekend. Today's a Friday. I plan to finish tomorrow on Saturday, and then potentially go to Chattanooga and do another backpacking trip with a friend, but I'm backing out of that. I'm pretty exhausted. I think we're gonna finish up with like 43 miles once we get done today. So it's been a fun 3 days though. I'm gonna continue hiking. We've got about 6 miles left to Deep Creek Campground. Just wanted to check in and tell you, hey, if you ever want isolation, backpacking is one way to do it, because you don't see a lot of people doing some hard stuff like this. Man, it's warm out here today. I think tomorrow's supposed to be like 72. So yeah, today I know it's gonna get like 68. I'm sweating for like a lot. I have come to this Y, and my trail to get home is that way, but I'm gonna go up here, Lonesome Pine Overlook. It's just, I don't know, maybe a half mile or less, so you get a really good view of the mountains. Wow. I've been talking to my friends Kyle and Hannah for like, what, 30 minutes? Yeah. We've had a really good convo. I think I told you guys already, I only saw one person over the last 3 days on this trail. So it's been really nice to actually have an awesome convo. They're from Atlanta. Yeah. They're both realtors, so they're really cool, nice people. And they wanted to be on the YouTube channel once I said that I had YouTube. So usually I never do this, but there you go. You guys will be on it. I'll make sure you make the cut.
Hell yeah, I love it, man.
All right, back on the trail. I have like 3.5 miles left. Shout out to Hannah and Kyle. Both really nice people, super adventurous. Hopefully we can get on the trail together sometime soon. Be a lot of fun. I had so much fun like talking to them. I was like, I'm sorry if I talked your ears off, but they were super talkative too and super nice. Asked great questions and just had good life chat. So I hope you guys are watching this. I know it'll be like 30 or 40 days after you saw me, but I've got to edit this video. I have, like I said, I have 3.5 miles left, and that'll be it for this backpacking adventure in the Smokies. I've had a lot of fun. That really capped it off in a good way. Made me super happy having good conversation with humans, because I have not seen very many humans at all. Let's go. Woo! Finally. Whew. Before dark. Oh. Leaves. Holy crap. Oh, man. Gotta wait. All right, before I continue finishing my dinner here at the Deep Creek campground, wanted to go over the final stats. I made it back here at 5 p.m. Of course, I wiped off and got changed, fresh set of clothes. If you ever go backpacking, huge pro tip, put you a nice set of comfy clothes in your car so that you can change in, wipe off. It just feels so much more clean now. But I want to go over the final stats on my 3-day solo backpacking adventure here in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in Tennessee. Of course, this was supposed to be a 4-dayer, but I made it a 3-dayer because my thing was I was going to get to my upper Rishin, I think is what it was called, my backcountry site at like 2 or 3 p.m. And I'm like, I love looking at the stars and having the isolation to myself, but after a couple of days, I was like, I just want to keep banging out miles. So finish it off in 3 days. I hiked 43.5 miles. I gained an elevation of 8,924 feet, and I hiked for 17 hours and 3 minutes. So I know it's not going to be for everybody out there, but I will say you can do this at a much slower pace as well and do a 4 or 5 day in the backcountry out here. However, I will note, I did this trail counterclockwise. If you do it clockwise, just know you're not going to have any water source once you leave Deep Creek and go up to Clingmans Dome. Even up at the dome, if the bookstore isn't open, which does sell water and chocolates and all kinds of stuff, if that's not open, then you're going to have to hike to a campsite, and so you're looking at probably 16 miles to a water source. So I highly recommend doing it the way I did, which is counterclockwise. You'll have Deep Creek pretty much all the way up to Clingmans Dome. And then, of course, you can camp a little off this trail like I did. But just know, when you get back on, when I hit that junction, basically, the water ended. So, you're talking 9 to 11 miles of no water. But good thing is, we're all filtered up. We got plenty of water for my drive home. I got like a 4.5 hour drive. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this adventure. I had a lot of fun out there. Excited to continue this backpacking journey. It just makes things more fun. You can see so much more when you're backpacking, and that's what I've taken out of this. So 43.5 miles, 3 days, a lot of fun out here in the Smoky Mountains. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.